What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to check out one of the coolest features of the Corvette C8, and I think it's a feature that everybody should have on their car, and that is the PDR. And I have not set mine up, so today we're going to do that. We're going to look at the PDR. I'm going to show you the overlay, how everything works, and again, we're just going to kind of mess with it. It's got a bunch of different modes because for the C8 year, for this new generation of Corvettes, they've updated it to like a PDR 2.0. It's got some more options, just some more things that we can mess with, and not everybody's kind of messed with it with this being such a new car. I haven't seen this topic touched as much, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to actually even read the manual, look at kind of what it says. I think it's a pretty brief overview. I know a little bit more, I think, than even probably the manual will say, but we'll take a look at it, see what they offer, and then we're actually really quick, we're going to jump in the Corvette right here, and she is looking beautiful. If the color will fix, there we go. So she is ready. We are going to jump in her, and we're going to go over to my brother's house and grab, he has one of the extra SD cards because you actually need an SD card to record all of your PDR, you know, camera information. So let's jump in it. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, we're over at my brother's now. I think most of you all have seen our new setup. Well, it's just turned off. But this is actually kind of our editing space. Don't mind the terrible wires. We're still working on getting all that cleaned up. But this is our editing computer that we have, and our little desk, probably the desk many people see from YouTubers. It's pretty much standard. And then we kind of got a little hangout spot. So this is, oh, and the Ferrari canvas over there. So, but right here, this is what we are looking for. If it will focus right there. So this is an Extreme Pro. This is 64 gigabytes. Now, here's the thing. They say, I think, at least 16 is what they're looking for. I probably will end up buying more because what you can do with this, and we'll talk a little bit more about it in a second, but essentially you can overwrite what you've already recorded. So it'll be a continuously, recording session, and then it will just, your oldest clips will get, recorded over. So the more you have, the more you can save. Now you probably, we're gonna see, I'm gonna make 64 gigabytes here work. You do want a class 10 card. This pretty much, I would buy one of these. These are not expensive. I think this card's like, I wanna say like 30 bucks or less. 512 gigs is what you can go up to on these. I believe maybe there's 1 terabytes now. That's probably overkill. I think 256 is your best, that or 128. One of those two is probably going to be your best bet for buying one of these. And it comes exFAT, which is for a lot of people that don't know, that's kind of the formatting that you need. It already comes set up, and the C8 allows that. The C7 did not, and so at least my understanding, I didn't own one, I didn't own a C7, but from what I've read, the C8 now accepts that, so you don't have to mess with formatting. This should be ready to go. I think I cleared everything off, so we're gonna pop it into the car. Okay, don't mind the sprinklers. So on your passenger side is what we're looking for. So let's get into the car here. And yes, I know I have not taken these plastic things out. I am going to be detailing the car. I chose not to have the car detailed on the interior. This all needs to be detailed. I wanted to do it myself. I might even make a video of doing that, maybe a short little video. But man, this interior does not get old. It is absolutely beautiful. But I believe what we're looking for is there should be an SD card slot somewhere in here, and I don't see it at the moment. Alrighty, so of course, as I acted like I didn't need the manual, I did, because I was blind and could not see where it goes, but it's right in front of your face. It's right essentially here. Hopefully that's giving you a good idea. There's just a little insert slot, so that is exactly what we're going to do here. And it should only go one way. There we go, and it just clicks in. You all should already know, but this should have that click feature where I can just click it out, grab it, click it back in. It should now know that I have a memory card in there. So let's start up the car and start going through that process. Okay, so changed my mind again. We're not gonna go through the whole owner's manual on the PDR. There's no reason to, because what essentially we're gonna do is gonna be the same thing. So we're just gonna learn as we go. I've never messed with PDR. Again, I've read about it, but I haven't really messed with it. So let's jump into this touchscreen and kind of see what it's all about. Here is our little touchscreen. So I think, so this is our main menu. Hopefully I don't have too bad of a glare. And we should be able to just flip over, and there's PDR. And it's giving me legal jargon. Okay, that's fine. So here's what I know. Putting the memory card in has already changed something, because I had nothing here. So it must have already accepted. Here we go. This wasn't here. And it should all be good. It's not, I don't know, maybe we can hit format card. I guess it wouldn't hurt it, maybe? I have no idea what I'm doing. But all right, so it's good to go, except it says card speed questionable. Well, this is a class 10 card. Whatever. You can see that I have almost 60 gigs. It's a 64 gig. Here we go, test speed. That might help. I think this says like 170 megabytes a second. Now, my understanding is we don't know how fast this writes. So we don't know how fast of a card we need. This is a pretty high performance card, so it should be good. I have no idea what this testing is. Maybe I should have read the manual more, but I'm guessing, you know, it's putting it through maybe a test of some sort for how fast it can write to the card. Card speed, okay. All right, so I just get it. I guess it gives you a pass-fail. Is your card good enough? Because it does have certain requirements, especially if you choose the higher grade recordings, and I'll explain that in a second. So let's go back and PDR. Okay, so here we go. Before we go start recording, you have video overlay, and it says sport, but you can choose different ones. No overlay, that means whatever it records. It's gonna have trouble. Let's shut this door here. Here are your 4 overlays that you have. Essentially, you have none. That won't put any type of overlay. We have sport, displays performance, vehicle, and travel data geared towards spirited driving on public roads. Track, so this is more for private and closed road courses, racetracks, as you can imagine. Let's see timing. Okay, so pretty much probably similar. We'll take a look at what they all do, but right now let's just go into sport and go back, and then we don't need lap timing. Start recording. Let's see what that does. So it's recording. This is saying 680 minutes is left of recording, which is pretty awesome, because if we go over to settings, you'll see I have it on high quality. But if you so choose, for whatever reason, you can put it at 480p. Don't know why you would do that. I guess if you were really low on space and you need to keep everything you had, I don't know. That, to me, that doesn't need, we don't even need that. So we're gonna leave it on there. And then automatic recording, choose whether, I think we're going, oh, let's see, configure. Okay, so there's only in valet mode. Automatic recording, no. We definitely want all automatic. Let's do automatic. I think that means every time you turn the car on, you know, you're good to go. And then software information. Okay, all that. PDR. So it's been recording while we've been in here. And my understanding is audio too. So you're gonna have audio. So I get to hear myself talk on and on, which is just lovely. Recordings. And since we haven't stopped the car, let's see if we stop the car. PDR. I don't know if we get out. Just learning as we go here. Get back in. Yes, I have. Let's start the car up. That's just still going, huh? Okay, so I'm guessing there's some sort of cycle that goes on, and we're gonna look it up in the owner's manual, because obviously I came ill-prepared to know all of this. But you got to see the settings, and what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna drive around a little bit and let you see the overlay, and I'm gonna add that into this video so you get an idea of what all this car can do in terms of PDR. Okay, so just a quick update. The manual doesn't really tell me anything in terms of how, like, when the recordings stop and start, or if they ever do. I don't know. I mean, that kept going while I had the car off, and I'm guessing if I step away from it for a certain period of time, or maybe get out and lock it, maybe it cuts it off, because it's going to be in clips. It's not, my understanding was it wouldn't be a continuous cycle. It's clips, and they will delete the oldest clips to make new room. But this is saying I'm down to 675 minutes. 5 minutes have gone past. I guess it's recording the whole time. So what my plan is here is I'm gonna drive around a little bit, and I'm gonna change the different modes, and you'll get to see the different overlays, and then we will follow up back in here. Okay, so here we are. You should be able to hear me. It has full audio, so you should be good with all types of, recordings for audio if you so choose. But this is the overlay of nothing. There's no video. It's a none overlay, just a basic. You can hear the car probably. I'm still in the braking period, so I can't really push the car a ton. But you should be able to see out the front of the car, see what I'm seeing, but with nothing overlaid onto it. I don't know what you would really use this for. It's nice and basic and clean, but usually for something like this, you want to know your performance, you want to know everything. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Alrighty, so we are on to Sport. This is Video Overlay Sport. It gives you certainly a lot more than none, because that gave you nothing. But now we have a little bit of information. I'm going to row through the gears. You can get see my different, my acceleration, my braking. You should be able to see my gear shifts. Again, still in braking period, so I can't push the car really hard yet. But yeah, this is your Sport. This is the second of 4 different overlays. And now we are on to Track. Again, just more information for someone tracking the car, giving you useful information as we're recording, but still, you get to see everything you want to see out of the car in front of you, and of course grass clippings over here, and we are behind. Out here in the Midwest, this is pretty normal, but again, everything you can see, you should be able to see my downshifts. Very cool stuff. So let's move on to the very last overlay. So this is the timing overlay. This is really when you're trying to get down to those 0 to 60s and you want to record everything. I think there's some more options in here as well, possibly. But this, again, just information, giving you everything you need to know for timing. Trying to get that 0 to 60. This is probably on YouTube, one of the more famous PDR video overlays that you will see. But again, just another example of the customization that you can get out of these cars. This Corvette, they really have done a fantastic job, and I love all of the options, but I probably will be leaving it, I don't know, in either Sport or Track, depending on which I like more so. And then I'm just going to continuously record. Every time I get in the car, it's going to automatically start up, and I will always have video available, which is going to really be helpful for my YouTube channel, because if I ever am not recording it and something happens, you guys will be able to see it. I'll still have it recorded. So very neat feature, especially for YouTubers. Just like that, we are back, and so I drove around a little bit, as you saw from the overlays. I did all the different overlays. Very cool feature. I mean, I really like it, especially because you can kind of use it like as a dash cam. It's going to continuously record everything. Again, it just deletes the oldest video and just continues, and so you can continually have it recording, but you have all that performance, that data recording. You can do 0 to 60s. There's so many things you can do with it, and it's not, I know it's not, it doesn't come base, it's not free with a base $60,000 Corvette. Here we go. Let's see here. I remember it used to be, I think, like $1,800, and now that I have this, I'm starting to remember It's actually, I think, included in the Z51 package, which is $5,000, which is an awesome package. I think anybody that's going to at least track the car or want some of those features like magnetic ride, you have to have Z51. Those are worth it. Now, if you're never gonna track the car, you're gonna baby this car, it's more just your Sunday driver, I don't know if $5,000 is worth it, but the PDR is so cool, as you all saw. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Again, having it like a dash cam that continuously records, very cool feature. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm gonna keep messing with it. I'll probably do like an updated video on my thoughts over what it is, but you all, again, got to see a glimpse of it. If you have any questions, please comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you liked this video, please hit that like button. It really supports us more than I can attest to. Also, think about subscribing if you're new to the channel. I have so much new content coming up with my Corvette C8. Lots of cool videos. I'm gonna be going in depth. Every video won't be for everybody. I'll do some in-depth videos that a lot of you all may not be that interested in, but like the upgraded exhaust, I'm gonna be wrapping the car, not a different color. I am going to actually be, I haven't let that slip out yet, but I am going to be clear brawling everything using 3M's whatever paint protection film. So we'll be making a video over that, getting the car detailed before we do that. So lots and lots of cool content coming up. Thank you all so much for checking out my video and all of your support. You all take care, and we'll see you next video.